We're going to talk about how to get 150K in business funding in 90 days or less, right? A lot of people, they always talk about just the structure, assuming that you have no negatives on your credit. I want to take it to the consumer laws, and we're going to go from the basics of if you have negative items on your credit right now. So you may have to play this video a couple times to fully get it. But one thing I want y'all to know, don't overthink on everything that I'm saying. So let's get straight to it. So if you happen to have no negative items, which may be the case for some of y'all, just skip to the last step where I'm actually talking about how to actually go get the funding. But I want to make it to where like someone that has like the worst credit in the world, can do it. So number one, we got to fix the credit, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to send a notice of dispute. So let's say you have negative items, right? You're going to send a notice of dispute. I want you to focus on the investigation section of the FCRA. This is 15 USC 1681I, right? Procedure in case of disputed accuracy. You see it right there. Procedure, it means what has to happen in the case of disputed accuracy. You're disputing the accuracy of the information, right? Whether it's incomplete, inaccurate, whatever, right? We're disputing. That's what our letter is basically saying. So as you can see right there, it says reinvestigations of disputed information. Why is it reinvestigation and not investigation? It's reinvestigation. If you go to compliance procedures or just the congressional findings in general, basically the whole notion with the FCRA is that they're supposed to do an investigation before they even put the damn item on your credit report. So that's why 15 USC 1681I, when you bring it to their attention, it's a reinvestigation because they were supposed to do an investigation in the first place. If they were supposed to do an investigation in the first place and the items are still inaccurate, what does that tell you? That means that they're not doing a real investigation. They're just getting negative, they're just getting incorrect information or just reporting what they think it is, right? Or getting misinformation from the furnishers. Whoever's wrong, whatever side is wrong, either way, something's going on that's wrong, right? And that's why we have the Fair Credit Reporting Act and 1681I under our belt to be able to go ahead and get these negative items removed. As you can see, so 1681I A1A. This is going to be your first dispute notice, right? I'm going to be transparent with you. You can see, FTC, CFPB, all that. You don't have to do all that, right? I'm just giving y'all like the most simplest way to go about it, right? Don't overthink what I'm saying. I know 99% of y'all that's watching this video, you're not going to do nothing with the information. But for that 1% person that's actually going to take action, I hope that you can use this and get to the next level. Put this video this is a sidebar. Put this video on your TV and take your notes, right? Or if you're watching on your computer, whatever, let me know. So subject to subsection F and except as provided in G, if the completeness or accuracy of any item of information in a consumer's file, contained in the consumer's file, a consumer reporting agency is disputed by the consumer, right? If any item is disputed, the agency shall conduct a reasonable reinvestigation. Read that. They're supposed to conduct a reasonable reinvestigation. So they're supposed to investigate again to see if it is in fact accurate. Spoiler alert, they're not doing no damn investigation. They are not doing an investigation. They have the automated system. They have people overseas that just press a button that says verify. And that's going to bring us into step 2, right? So I need y'all to send out your notice using this law. Send out your notice using this law. I understand it's going to be some of y'all that are just like, okay, I'm hearing all this. I'm hearing that. How do I structure the letter? How do I do all that? I got you, right? If you're not cheap, I got you. So if you want literally a letter for this, I have a letter in my $39 a month university, and you can literally join our university, click the link in the description, and you can join us. If you're just a beggar and you're just thinking I'm just going to give you everything for free without you investing in yourself, knowing that I'm running a business where I have employees I got to pay, I have, all these things I'm dealing with as far as the business, then I'm not making the video for you. I want you to get off my video, right? We don't do business with cheap, poor mentality people. We do business with people that understand how business works and understand that you got to invest in yourself to get to the next level. So this is just a PSA announcement. If you those poor people that just want all the information for free, yeah, I give you a lot of sauce for free, but this is a business, right? I don't know you from nowhere. This is a business. I'm here to help you if you're helping yourself. All right, public service announcement is done. So yeah, if you want that letter, go ahead and click the link in the description. You can join us or just make up your own letter. It's not that deep. So step 2, 30 days is going to go by, right? You're going to receive your response, whatever. You could technically skip to suing them, but I just want to do it step by step, like if you're new to this, right? So step 2, you're going to send a method of verification notice. I want you to reference 1681I number 7. So description of reinvestigation procedure. Consumer reporting agency shall provide to a consumer description referred to in 6B III, not later than 15 days, blah, 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 the description of how they did their investigation, right? BS investigation. They're not investigating nothing. So I put 6B III here, and it basically is just there. It tells you what they need to give you in order for them to, do their method of verification. But basically, if you're at the point you have to send a method of verification, technically they already violated in the first round by not giving you what you requested, right? So this is why you have to study the law and know what it's actually asking. Because by the time we actually get to suing them, we're suing them based on procedures. This is why I need y'all to realize we're suing them based on the procedure. So you got to really understand FCRA and what they're supposed to be doing, right? So keep that in mind. So send out that letter, 30 days will go by. That's like 60 days or so. And then at this point, you can pretty much go ahead and sue these people. I wouldn't send out more than 2 notices. I'd recommend 1 to 2 notices. That's not legal advice. But when you really know what you're requesting and how you get the violations, where you get the violations, it's there, right? So when it comes to actually suing them, you got to have a claim where relief could be granted, or you're going to be hit with the Rule 12b6 defense motion that they'll use for not having that. If you need help actually filing and drafting a lawsuit, we may be able to take on clients by the time you're watching this. So you can click the link in the description and we'll see if you have a case. So I have a team of experts that's helping me now. So we're able to scale it more efficiently versus just me doing it. All right. So if you haven't seen, I've had some success helping people through litigation. So one of my private one-on-one students got the bankruptcy deleted and also got a check as well. So when you're suing the bureaus, you can definitely get paid. You can get paid more than $1,000 check, but this is just a different situation. So I had a student as well. He sued TransUnion. He didn't get a check, but he did get the negative items removed. So I say that to say, know your situation. If you're trying to get a deletion, if you're trying to get money as well, both are definitely possible. All right, so once that happens, there's no guarantee as far as how litigation can go. But what I will say based on my experience is the biggest headache. They may be delaying and doing things like that. Equifax tends to settle quickly. TransUnion are kind of like in the middle, but Experian, they may like request extensions and things like that. I don't know what kind of budget they got for their lawyers over there, but they be going crazy sometimes. But remember, the law is on your side, so keep that in mind. And if you haven't been in this avenue, why would you not get with someone that's been there and done it, right? So you can click the link in the description if we're still taking clients by the time that you watch this video. So I would say just take action ASAP. So you go through that process. The lawsuit may take a little bit of time. So granted, when I say 150K in 90 days, I'm talking about you send out 1 notice and then you sue. But I'm just giving y'all more steps just to make you feel safe if you're scared to go ahead and sue them. But don't be scared to sue. All right, so building the actual profile. So I just wanted to attach this here. You could pause the video here. These are just some different accounts that you can get. Most people know about the Navy Federal Pledge Loan, so you can go ahead and get that. And then just a bunch of these different accounts. You can build while you're actually disputing as well. So don't sleep on that. All right, so now we get into getting the 150K. Right, don't overcomplicate it. So you basically want to just identify the banks that you want to go to and where they pull from so you get access to that funding, right? So obviously you want to have like your business email, business phone number and stuff like I'm skipping those kind of steps, but it's what's already understood don't got to be explained type shit. But basically, once you figure that out, just do your sequence. So, for example, let's say you go to Chase. Chase is known for giving out a bag. I dropped a video too talking about my student. He went to Chase, got 75K on a credit card for his client. And, we've gotten high limits as well for our clients, 50K and up. And I say that to say that was through a bank relationship manager, right? So I encourage you, if you don't have relationships, get with someone like me that does have relationships. And technically you can go to your local Chase and be like, okay, I don't need anybody. I'm gonna just go build a relationship there. Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you got to think, if you're in that position, I've been doing this for years. I have better relationships than you that's just starting, So just keep that in mind as you're moving forward, because the difference between somebody's ego of, I'm not going to work with this person because they're going to get a percentage of the funding, that could mess up your whole situation. You might go online, apply, maybe you just get 10 to 15K limit. Your stuff is cooked now, right? Versus you decided not to be cheap and then you just got with us. Maybe we get you 3 times of that, right? Maybe 30, 40, 50K limit. You pay 10%. You're still netting more than if you went and did it by yourself and you don't know nobody, or you're still trying to establish that relationship. So I say that to say, if you are doing it yourself, nothing wrong with that. But just keep in mind, having those bank relationship managers will make your job easier. It will make your life easier. So when we're talking about 150K, if we're talking about like on the lowest scale, if you get 10, 15K cards, you got your 150K. But don't sleep on the combination of doing business credit card and a line of credit. But the thing is, you got to understand that it's going to be per LLC, because if you get a business credit card on LLC A and a business line of credit on LLC A, you're not going to be able to go to that next bank and get a business line of credit for the same business. Because if you default, basically that second bank, if they were to give you a business line of credit, they're basically getting second dibs on, the liability of that. So just understand that if you're going to have multiple business lines of credit, you're going to have to have different LLCs. But you can get 150K for one LLC, right? Chase, you can get 50K from there, right? We have a connection with Citizens Bank as well. This is just off the top of my head. We apply for 50K limit card over there. What other banks? There's BMO Harris. You can get a good limit over there. PNC Bank gives high limits as well. And you can just go look at your current relationships where you have already. Like, let's say you have a credit union. Go ahead and look at their business side. If you have a credit union, you probably have a high limit from them, right? Or you should. So then look at the business side over there and just apply that way and figure out, where they pull. If you're scared, like, oh, I don't know how to figure out where they pull, just apply for the damn card. If you get denied, now you know where they pull from though, right? So keep that in mind. That's how you go ahead and get 150K in 90 days. Repeat the process until you get to 150K as you're getting your approvals. Like I said, I have long-term banking relationships that will make your journey a lot easier. So if you don't want to risk like getting baby limits, what's understood don't got to be explained. Like when I'm saying that, I'm speaking to the business owner that understands what it is, right? If you're somebody that, I'm not here to convince you that it's a better option to go with someone that has relationships versus you that has no relationships, right? So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully it at least educates you as far as just a cleanup process for your credit and just how you can just credit card stack and build your credit at the same time. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share if you found it helpful. Y'all have a blessed one.